Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Frostpunk 2, where we are in a civil war between the Stalwarts and the Pilgrims, of course with the Frostlanders and New Londoners playing their part. And you can see things going a bit wrong here. So far we're doing okay in terms of our surpluses. Our good surplus is not great. So I'm wondering if we want to find a way to deal with that. We have a lot of issues here with wear and tear. I might send some guards to protect this district. So district protection priorities, civil war. Sure, the guards are waiting orders on what their priorities should be while protecting this district. They could form a cordon around vital infrastructure holding its destruction. Or they could focus instead on keeping civilians out of harm's way and prevent their deaths. What should be the priority? So save lives or stop destruction, or decide later. So it's going to change how many... It's going to change how many people we need to deploy there. Save lives. Charge with saving lives will not end the fighting. Interesting. What do we have here? Boiling tension. Steward tensions have risen to a fever pitch and threaten to tear the city apart. Angry mobs swarm the streets and the city descends into a violent free-for-all. The people lost faith that your rule can solve the many problems that plague us. The city spirals into chaos. If we do not come tension soon and restore order, this will be the end. The city must not fall. So reduce tension to severe. End battles in districts affected. So 5. What's tension at the moment? It's a catastrophic. Now, out here, we can establish a colony at Winwood Moor. But we need a connection there. Fine. Is it trail or do we need an actual... Just requires a trail connection. So we need to get this done ASAP. Let's make sure... Okay, we'll go the other way in fact. We'll go from here. Because possibly the best way we can get these guys happy is just by getting them outside the city. Well, there doesn't seem to be a way there, to be honest. We need a few more heat stamps. So connect path. Yeah, we go from there. We can get this done. We just need a few more heat stamps. There we go. Pause. 100 bystanders killed, as to be expected. This may well be the end of the campaign. We'll have to see how this goes. Hopefully it's not, because I've been enjoying my time here. Right, that's going to take, what, 3 weeks to build. And then hopefully we can get a bunch of people of the Stalwarts out. If we can get the Stalwarts out to Winwood Moor, that's probably our best chance. In New London, let's go back to New London. Really, none of the other cities matter now. We need to deal with this crisis at hand. I want to build some more patrol watchtowers. That requires space, so we need to expand some of these housing districts. Most of them have already got buildings. I don't want to just demolish the districts, but I feel like we might want to... Yeah, these ones down here can be expanded, so we'll do that. I don't want to demolish it, I want to expand it. So expand it down there. This one can also be expanded. I do not want to demolish it, I want to expand it, but we don't have the heat stamps. Because I want more guard squads down. How long do I have to do this? 72 weeks. That's fine, we should be okay there. 23 squads here. Make sure they're producing goods, because that will help with our general happiness, I believe. So we're protecting people. Go fighting the district and protect the district. We need guarding forces law in order, but that's not going to happen. New Londoners, what do you want from me? Promise to build ventilation chemical house. We can research that. Casualties in fighting. Steward, 11 pilgrims died in a recent battle. They were overwhelmed as the opponents stormed with fervour and fury in their eyes. This eventually to one side slaughtering the opposing faction. Higher fervour of warring factions means higher casualties. If one faction is decimated, the war ends. Hey, if you want to slaughter all the Stalwarts, be my guest. Now we need to. We said we would research chemical hothouses, so we're going to do that because we want to keep the New Londoners on side as best possible. Now, if we go to laws, does the council still exist during a civil war? It does, but it's not very happy. Look at them; they're all fighting. Rule. It's not. I don't think this is going to happen now. I'm going to send this for proposal. There's no force, no steward's militia down. If we go to negotiations, so the New Londoners have an active promise, mostly against. Frostlanders, mostly against. Pilgrims are for. If I was to give you... If I was to get you to vote for it, what would you need? Let Frostlanders choose the next law to be voted on the council. Done. That means this should pass. Guard Enforcers should now pass. This is the first time we'll have passed an important law. And it passes by enough. Okay, so Guard Enforcers and active stewards' powers extended, leadership grows more centralised. Which is useful for us. Crow fighting in the districts. We need 28. We need more guard squads. Fine. Let's go back out to here. We're nearly ready with the trail. Should be done in just one day. More people died in fighting. Right, pause. We're going to send some colonists over to Wynwood Home. We've dispatched construction crews to start setting up Wynwood Moor. 1,600 non-belligerent Stalwarts are left to join them. If we prove that Wynwood Moor can be self-sustainable, more will emigrate voluntarily. We can, however, transfer control of the colony at any moment. If there are still any Stalwarts left in the city, we will deport them by force. Their home will be their own. Okay, so a few people left to Wynwood Moor. We need to ensure it meets its own needs for shelter, food and heat. Fine, so that's going to be underway. Once that is underway, we will see how that goes. But that has at least taken some Stalwarts out of New London, which should hopefully shift the balance against them. I mean, we're still going to be in catastrophic tension, which is understandable. How are we doing over here? I want to expand this district by doing this. And I want to build some more watchtowers. So that's going to require more heat stamps. Because I want more guard districts. Because we need to reduce the tension. Over here. Rejected by city. Rejected by their vision. So I can condemn them. I can do that in 19 weeks. Stalwarts. Out of desperation or frustration with your rules, some members of this community will periodically join a faction of their choosing. That's fine. I'm happy to grant you guys an agenda. That's going to just give you simulations with us. So we'll see what comes next. I could also gather them together straight away. I don't think that's a sensible idea, to be honest. I feel like we've got bigger priorities, bigger concerns. So we've got no longer have cold issues. Minor scholar crime is minor, but still a horrendous amount of tension. So we do need these patrol watchtowers down wherever we can. Really, we need more guard squads. They require a lot of heat stamps. Pilgrims, would you fund us heat stamps? You would. Look, I'm going to stay on your side regardless, Pilgrims. I've made bed with you now. We need a bit more workforce. Once that housing district is done, we should be able to put down on the patrol watchtower. No, it actually needs more workforce. Damn. Right, we need to possibly move some more people back from the old dreadnought. So send people from the old dreadnought. How much can we get away with sending some back to New London? Let's send 246 back over. Because I want more patrol watchtowers. I think they're going to be needed. We're going to need more guard squads for sure. At the moment, these guys are just protecting people. I would like for them to quell the districts, but we need quell fighting in the district. But we need more We need more to do that. This is no longer operating because it doesn't have the workforce. Fine. Let's keep getting some more patrol watchtowers down as best we can. We've got 29 now. Let's start working on clearing out some of the districts. Quell fighting. So, Steward, the guards are waiting orders on what their priorities should be while quelling fighting in the district. If they fight alongside the pilgrims to neutralise the Stalwarts quickly and efficiently, they'll incur numerous casualties. However, if they try to enforce Stalwarts, they'll avoid bloodshed, require small guards, and prolong the process. We don't have enough prisons, so you're going to fight with the pilgrims. We will soon vanquish Stalwarts and expanded industrial district. We're going to bring... Okay, we're going to bring these guys back in line. Actually, the Stalwarts are not... They're sceptical about us at the moment. They're not just as bad as I thought. Right, let's go out. Moore is not ready yet. As long as we can send the... As long as we can send the enough shelter, food and heat over there, that's fine. But I want to try and get these guys back in line. How's this fight going? It is going there. We met the demand with the New Londoners, excellent. So we set up 3 colonies. I know how to resource transfer control, that's fine. Transfer oil to New London. Yes, I know how to do this, it's fine. This value has been reduced to the change in city. That's fine. I don't need to know how to do that. I've done it already. Winwood Moor, what do you need from me? You need housing, food and goods. Well, we can probably get that started. Winwood Moor. Transfer goods. So you need heat, you need oil. So I need to send enough to Winwood Moor. Well, first of all, let's turn Winwood Moor's generator, on. I don't want to hand over control just yet. But I can at least give them some stuff. I need to do some frost breaking here. Sponge of coal over this way, that's interesting. That's not what I meant to do. Right, let's pause again. It's exposed to wind, but I don't really care. We may well do these kind of long... We're going to go in like circles, I think, this time. In terms of frost breaking. Because this way they might retain the heat. So we're just going to send a bunch of people out frost breaking and work from there. Winwood Moor is going to need some stuff. So it can have some goods. Basically enough for it to keep going. We can give it the food. And we can give it some oil. Enough that it stays in positive heat. Transfer those resources. And once we can get some shelter down, that'll be excellent. Let's construct some districts, some housing districts straight away. It's exposed to the wind, but it's also near the generator, so we're going to start building these housing districts to get these guys up and running. Because if we can deal with this in like a pacifist way, that's almost certainly the best way to do these things. Pilgrims in battle, opposition routed. Right, let's go back to New London, because that seems like that's made some progress. We're loving on the housing district, we need more prefabs to do that. This generator I think is... Well, we'll turn the generator on, there we go. We've met its needs for shelter and food. Back to New London, let's have a look. Stalwarts take hostages. Steward, the Stalwarts stormed a new district for the Pilgrims' neighbourhoods. They set the buildings on fire to force them out before ruthlessly beating them. The Pilgrims had to retreat, leaving many of their own behind. Now the Pilgrims are begging you to help them free the captives. They're not fighters, some of them are children or elderly. So we must secure the releases. We are going to No negotiation. We're storming the battlements, so to speak. Right, get this district repaired. And then we're going to move on to the next one. We'll move on to this one here. This one can be repaired as well. This one is going to need some guards going. We're going to go one district at a time to get this all repaired. Steward. Okay, so Byron Stockton, Stalwart. Well, it's better than being stuck in that other shithole. Moving here wasn't our idea. We certainly didn't ask for it. We're in the middle of nowhere. It's freezing. None of the doors seem to fully close. But we're free here. The rest will come. Hey, by all means, they're welcome to go. So round up all Stalwarts or finish up a new home. There's only 2,200 of them left. I think we're making some good progress. Our prefab income has absolutely collapsed though. I wonder if we go out to the Frostland, is there any prefabs hanging about that we can grab? Just trying to think if there's anywhere we can grab some extra prefabs, would be very useful. It seems not. So back to New London. We're doing okay in terms of good. Let's get some production of... Yeah, those are already making prefabs, that's fine. You guys can come over here and make some prefabs, thank you. But we need to get this retaken. But I'd say we're moving in the right direction. New London's still not thrilled with us. Here's a promise. What do you want? Research Advanced Chemical Hothouse, Advanced Blast Foundry. We can do one of those. At the moment I'm kind of using research as like a freebie to go off these guys. It does cost a lot of heat stamps, but I think it will be worth it. We need to go. Yeah, we need to go for the one the New Londoners want, because just keeping the New Londoners on side would be useful. Tension has gone down to notable, so we're making progress there as well. Obviously, we're nearly out of coal. And then we're going to switch into oil. I wonder if there's any more coal deposits that we've perhaps missed that we can maybe use in our favour. Doesn't seem to be, and at the moment any spare exploration teams probably need to do something a bit more useful. There's the coal mine settlement there. I don't really want to take the cursed cause, if we can help it. Let's coal up here, yes. Right, connect trails. Let's get this connected in. Preferably actually with a skyway if we can afford it. Always zoom in too close. Where's our closest thing we can connect it into? It's probably this one here, isn't it? We need a few more prefabs before we can do that. Fine, let's just speed up time quickly. Pilgrims won the battle, excellent. Let them go. Sure, many pilgrims wonder why we're devoting precious resources to establishing a new home for the Stalwarts. It's their home, let them build it up, said their spokesperson. The guards can take care of anyone who turns up their nose. Our guards agreed that we could easily round up any Stalwarts who refuse to leave if we transfer control of the colony to them in its current state. Shall we? We give them a new home, the rest is their responsibility. We're going to improve conditions first, because I feel like if we transfer them over now, all we're going to do is give them their own little spot to come back and attack us, and we don't want that. Just need to speed forward time a little bit. There we go, pause, delegate session will be done shortly, but I want to get this coal interlocked with the skyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Hang on, I don't even know if that's not even right, I don't think. Let's try that again. So we'll go to here, down to here, then to there, because that I believe is already connected in. So we'll see if that gets connected in as time goes on. Does this now get... No, it's still not quite there yet. So we need to build some more skyways. from here into, well, preferably not the coal mine. Trying to see where our nearest might ever be, somewhere nearby Winterhome. So let's see how this goes. We can go there, and I think that does go. That will get in the system, which is good. Let's go back to Winwood Moor. How are they doing here? What are they? They still need some more housing. Fine. It can't seem to generate enough heat for itself, so we need to send some more. We need to send some more stuff to Winwood Moor. That's fine. We can do that. In fact, I'd rather we struggle for our own heat in New London than anything else. There we go. Transfer resources. We just need to build some more housing, which we can do once we have more prefabs, more heat stamps. So that will come in due time. Right, community service expedition support. Everyone must aid the expeditions by having them prepare. We'll go for that on voting. That should pass. I don't see why it wouldn't. Feels like a fundamentally useful thing to do. Law passes, excellent. We are researching Advanced Blast Foundry. Okay. We're getting pretty good. We're not far off. We just need to get a few more things, a few more prefabs, a few more heat stamps, so we can build their districts. We just need more prefabs now. And that will give us some more shelter. Alternatively, we could expand these. I'm not sure how much that gives us, so we'll wait until we've got the relevant amounts of stuff. Is that enough now to build this district? It should be. It is still coal, but like I said, if we're building these together, it should be okay. So once this is built, that should hopefully work in our favour. Council's in recess. We're not in whiteout yet, which is useful. And hopefully it will stay not in whiteout. Right, this is going to be the big thing. If we finish up a new home, how's that going to help? The Winwood Moor currently meets the Stalwarts' needs, but only with help from New London. No additional Stalwarts will emigrate there voluntarily until we've proven the colony can fend for itself with no external aid. So end all trade with Winwood Moor. So what do we need to then get for them? In terms of trading, what's happening? We're currently giving them oil, food, and goods. So we probably want to see if we can construct some of that. I want to go extract some food out there. So we're going to set up a district up here. Industrial district. And I'm also going to start frostbreaking towards the food. Plenty of food here. Because if we can get them... If they can actually... Yeah, if we can end trade with Winwood Moor, that would really help. Let's go back to New London. See how we're doing there. Let's repair this and we'll go out for a victory here. I'm going to condemn these guys. So 413 leave. I mean, they're already at high. They're already at kind of high fervour. So to me, that doesn't really matter as much. We'll get this repaired. This extraction district repair when we can. Pilgrims recruit child soldiers. Fighting spreads again. Steward civil war has engulfed another district. Our guards apprehend a band of children fighting alongside radical pilgrims. Most refused to talk, but one 11-year-old boy broke down and claimed he'd been recruited by the pilgrims' leadership. Some seem repentant, but others are eager to take the fight to the Stalwarts. So we do not get involved. We train the young recruits. Or recruiting children is unacceptable. We must impose sanctions. It is unacceptable, but I'm not getting involved. It's a big fall in trust, mind. But I don't really see what options we have, unfortunately. We are down a lot of Frostpunk teams, goodness me. How's the victory going elsewhere? I think we're fighting here at the moment. Did you hear the Stalwarts eat babies? Goodness me. Is this coal now coming in somewhere? It is. Can we send that straight to... If we send that straight to Windward Moor, that means they should be pretty... Pilgrims win battle, opposition routed. Now, we should be able to stop trade of oil to Windward Moor. There we go. So now we just need to work on food and goods. I'm going to stop all trade. Conditions good in Windward Moor for now. Steward, you proven Windward Moor can prove for the provides a moderate-sized community. Seeing this, roughly half the Stalwarts have already departed to make their new home there. Yet those remain bulk. They fear Windward Home lacks the ability to fend off the cold long term. They won't leave voluntarily if you don't assuage their fears. Provide oil, provide coal. Or ignore concerns. I'll provide coal. How much do you need? 100,000. So still pile a bunch in there. We can get that done. Where are all our coal... How many coal deposits do we have? Do we only have one? This coal mine settlement is going to transfer to Windward Moor as well. That requires 60 materials. So let's go back to Windward Moor. So that's stockpiling fairly quickly. It will fill up over time though, which is fine. We're going to need to build a couple of material stockpile hubs. Go over here, one there. Because they're going to need enough to actually, you know, survive. They're actually going to need enough to be able to hold these bits of coal down. It seems to me that the food we can easily sort as well. So let's fix this for now. Come back up. Coal mine settlements, you're going to send back to... Okay, it requires more Frostland teams than we have. So back to New London, temporarily. Because we're going to have to put one of our exploration districts back on overtime, which is not going to be... yeah, we're going to be despised. It's not going to make them very happy with us. But that should allow us to... We can't send it to... We can't send it to Windward Moor, fine. We can send it to New London. Can I then send the resources over? Can I send coal over to New London, to Windward Moor? Let's see how that goes. There's only 866 left in New London. To be honest, we're doing pretty well there. And there's also this goods here. That's going to transfer over to Windward Moor. As is a local food supply. This one here. It's got plenty of time remaining on it. Heat demand has increased. Fine. These guys are all keeping up. We just need to give them enough coal. But we are also we're building enough material stockpiles, so all we've got to do is survive long enough to give them more coal. I don't want to give them oil, but I can give them coal. Coal is fine. It is colder, admittedly. Right, you Yeah, it requires 50 materials, which we don't have. Winter home, resource transfer. How are you guys doing? You're fine. I wonder if we send some goods from the old dreadnought to Windward Moor. No, I don't think we can do that. Resource transfer can only go from New London. Fine. But I think we can make this work. Frost breaking. Where's the nearest material deposit? It's up here. Because I want to give these guys some materials, because then I might be able to send coal directly over to them, which would be inherently a much better job. We should now be able to grab more coal. Oh, that's materials. Oh, I needed a fuel building, didn't I? Chemical hothouse. What am I after? Hubs. Fuel stockpile hub. That's what I wanted. Probably we're going to need a couple of those. Fuel stockpile hubs. I forgot it wasn't materials. It was actually this instead. But once these are built, that should speed up the process one way or another. How long is it going to take that to be filled? 30 weeks to get 100,000 coal. We've met demands for the New Londoners. Excellent. New law can be proposed. Let's go to rule, actually. Stewards Militia, so Guard squads are more effective at fighting crime. They're going to be opposed to that. It's not going to pass in the slightest, is it? Alright, let's come back out to New London. How's things going here? Ooh, New London's not happy with us. You're going to have an agenda granted to you. I'm also going to make you a promise to... I can build a waste incineration facility. That's probably fine. And let's see. I'm just going to let this go to vote because I don't necessarily need it to pass. I just need to give New Londoners the opportunity to actually vote on it.
The delegates have spoken.
Law rejected. That's fine by me. Like I said, it still means that the New Londoners liked us a bit more. When can I condemn these guys again, out of interest? 16 weeks. We can also demand funds. Trust falls marginally. Gives us some heat stamps, but that's fine. We've got plenty of guard squads. Let's get things repaired. And clear out more of these guys. Just need some... This is fully broken. I think that's the last actual fighting... Oh no, there's one over here, sorry. This one needs to be cleared. So they're going to go. I think that's the last one which has actually got active fighting in it. So some have emigrated, some have been killed, and some have abandoned their cause. We do need to watch our overall trust, however. I'm going to... I was going to see if I could get some additional things from there. I might well promote these guys to get a few more members there. I don't see why we wouldn't. So that's probably lowered our trust with the others. We'll have to see. I want to send some materials. Probably these guys over to Windward Moor. When in fact, this ice melt here, does this need to go to New London? Oh, that requires fine. That requires oil to go to Windward Moor. We should have other materials ready to go somewhere. I believe we have other materials elsewhere. Can this go to... That can go to Windward Moor. Excellent, that will do the job. So back to Windward Moor then. Let's now give them some materials to work with. Which means we might be able to send, if we come back out, the coal from this coal mine settlement over to Wimber Moor. Excellent. That's another 750 coal going to Wimber Moor. Obviously it's not all going to make it there, but that's going to knock it down to 13 weeks now in terms of stockpiling, which is excellent. We do need to build a few things. We need a waste incineration facility. We can do that here. Okay, temporary stop to fighting. You've put an end to all pitched fights in your city. We can expect a respite from violence for several weeks, but as long as militants exist and no permanent solution to the conflict has been found, fighting will break out again sooner or later. Civil wars will start again if we take too long to resolve the entire conflict. We will find a permanent solution, and I think we are. Coal is going to come in pretty thick and fast now. Only 2 weeks left. Sorry, 12 weeks left. Then we should have everything built in. We should have Windward Moor under control. I need to keep an eye on New London. New London is going to possibly fall into a bad way. Housing. Is there anything I can do to give these people like happiness? Chemical hothouse, dense housing blocks. Doesn't seem as much. I need to bring some of these guys back on side somehow. Frostlanders will give you a promise. What do you want? Research advanced bio-waste hothouse. I'm sure I can do that. I'm not researching anything at the moment anyway, so I may as well. Right, research this. It's going to take 13 weeks. Might bring these guys back on side. I mean, things the Frostlanders are never going to like us purely just because of the way we have built the city. We're very much towards progress, even though we try to favour the Frostlanders above anything. Can I get some more heat stamps from these guys? Yolanda's demands met, excellent. Can't raise any more funds from there just yet, but that's okay. Economy-wise, we're actually doing okay, I would say. We're about 50,000 away, so 60,000 away from getting this coal and Windward Moor. So I'll speed up time. Familiar herd about to deplete, that's generally okay. Let's speed up time and see if we can get this coal in to Windward Moor. Gotta watch out for our happiness, though. Cleanse the wound, path of banishment. Steward, the pilgrim applaud your decision to rid the city of murderous stalwarts, but they implore you to rid it of their ideology as well. Why slay the beast when its poison, misguided ideas like liberated youth, stays with us, said a pilgrim spokesman. Moving away from such beliefs will surely convince many stalwarts to abandon their faction. They also suggest more direct actions to lower the stalwarts' numbers, spreading word of the misdoings or promoting the ideas of the pilgrims. So we should encourage stalwarts to view pilgrims in a better light, condemn the stalwarts, or undo liberated youth. Promote the pilgrims. I don't see why we wouldn't. More people join there. Urges more to join. Pilgrims rejoice. The steward stands behind us. If the steward is on their side, so yeah, so William Maycott is looking like he might join us in future. I'm happy to give either Frostlanders or New Londoners a promise. Here, make a promise. I don't really want to build anything, but I'll build a chemical hothouse. And I'll also fund your projects as well, because I want to keep you guys on side. Chemical hothouse, hopefully it shouldn't be too bad to build. Just requires more workforce and heat stamps, that's fine. I'm kind of hoping we might not even need to build that. Oh, Dreadnought. Do you need all your workforce there? Could you send some back to New London? You could send some back to New London, so you do that. And we keep on working on sending more coal to Windward Moor. More people dying, but we're keeping up. We're at 96,000 now for our coal. 98,000. 99,000. Come on, we can get this done, surely. Livable new home. We've met critical needs in Windward Moor for the Stalwarts. Any faction members who remain have departed for their new home. Okay. So transfer control. Finish leaving Windward Moor to the Stalwarts. Let's see if this works, or if they're going to turn into a kind of rebellious faction. I'm willing to transfer control to you guys. No more interactions will be possible. We will sever all ties. The enemy in our midst has been eradicated. We now stand as one. without violent troublemakers to tear at a hard-won unity. The city shall not fall. The end of us, path of banishment, blankets, roofs, hearth and home. We gave them everything they needed and more. We went beyond the bare minimum. We gave them every ingredient for a home when all they needed was a house. In all the whispers of cleansing and banishment steward, we did right by them. We set them up for success. This was a kindness. And if they fumble it here, our conscience is clean. You have succeeded and generously aided your adversary. The city stands. The city did not fall. You sided with the Pilgrims and exiled the Stalwarts. New London becomes a spirited city. All follow the way. Maybe you wanted everyone to get along. I did, but that wasn't going to happen. So we supported the Pilgrims in their vision of the future. Maybe you tried your very best. I certainly did. 600 more people died trying to become apex workers. 691 dutiful youth found their place in society. Maybe you think the Pilgrims will build a better future. Winter home settled, as the Pilgrims wanted. Maybe you had to do it or the city would fall. I think I probably would have had to. 500 bystanders dead in civil war with 2 districts damage. I feel like that could have been a lot worse. I think we kept that civil war relatively under control. Hostilities cease. 3,295 Stalwarts left their colony in peace and order. Conditions in colony acceptable. Their new home survives for years. Ooh, that suggests to me that it may have fallen later. But here we go. What's next? Lily May, 14, trainee, left for the colony with her mother. Sneaks out at night to hear the frost and whisper. We'll have to carve pledge of loyalty into her flesh to prove her loyalty. Ugh. Doesn't sound very pleasant, does it? So it seems to me that are we truly free or when apart? It seems to me like they have taken that city into a bit of a dictatorship at Windward Moor. Are you certain, Steward? And there we go. That is Frostpunk 2. At least the main story. Of course, there is the Endless Mode and more DLC coming in soon. What do I think of Frostpunk 2? I really like it. I think the aesthetic and kind of the dark story behind it is very, very good. I think, like many people, I think the original game was better. If only because there was different scales in this game. The very first Frostpunk was very much focused on a very few people, and so every single death felt like a really tough and major problem when someone died, and you saw the people walking out, trudging through the snow in the dark, cold, wintry nights to go get the materials from these kind of rocky outcrops in the middle of windswept areas, and you didn't see them because in this game because it was on a much larger scale. So you didn't see the people move around, and I feel like you maybe felt a little less connected to them in some way. That might just be my opinion, though. I didn't mind the district as opposed to some people. Given it was on a larger scale and you were looking after many more cities, you couldn't have as much of an individual focus as you did in the first game. That being said, did the game suffer slightly because of that? Did the story suffer because of that? You did have these events, but again, they felt slightly less impactful than the original game. One thing where I think this game did excel, though, is the political system with the different groups. The fight between the Stalwarts and the Pilgrims felt very important, and of course the less radicalised factions with the New Londoners and the Frostlanders also were very important as well. I sided with the Frostlanders for the majority of that campaign, and only towards the very end did I realise that actually I'd probably pushed too far against their ideology and they weren't going to support me anymore, and so because of that I had to then switch over to the New Londoners. But once the Pilgrims arrived, we always kept them on side because I felt like that was the best thing for us to do. And I really enjoy these kind of games, so I do really enjoy these kind of dark, gritty games with tough decisions. And this is by no means different from Frostpunk 1 in that aspect. I do perhaps feel like this might be lacking just a few things in the original game, which made the first game really, really good. And actually, I think this might be a slightly shorter series than the original Frostpunk was on my channel. I'll have to go check that. But because of that, it kind of feels maybe less impactful. Now, of course, there is a lot more DLC due to come as well, and I'm maybe thinking too deep into these things. Those are just my thoughts and opinions on the game. As for what's coming next, I haven't quite decided, because I honestly didn't expect to finish this in this episode. I thought there might be a little bit more of the Civil War, but we actually managed to bring the Stalwarts down pretty quickly. I did maybe think about playing the Saboteur, so like a World War II GTA style game, but I need to see if I can play that on mouse and keyboard, because I believe it's very much mapped for a controller, as a controller game, and while I do have a controller somewhere in my flat, I'm not very good with controllers, and it would be really awkward to watch me play one. So I might do that. I might even put up a poll, so we might see if the Saboteur comes up. I might even see if Hearts of Iron 4 might be of interest to people. We'll see what happens. Maybe another hardcore Minecraft series. We'll have to see. In the meantime, as the credits roll, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.